All right, we've hit a milestone. 40 videos in 40 days. Pretty wild. Uh, I really didn't think I'd make it this far. Uh, the goal here is 100 videos in 100 days. So if you're watching this, I have 60 more videos to go, or from this upload date. Um, it's July 15th, 9:47 p.m. It's pretty crazy, man. It's for a few years, right? I thought about doing this, putting these videos on YouTube, getting out there, but I always wanted it to be perfect, or I needed to get the lighting, get the microphone, get the camera, or get this, and like I'm just using a webcam, right? My lighting's not the best. Um, I need to get editing, or I need to pay an editor. I need to have the thumbnails. I need to do all these different things that I needed to do to have it perfect. But it's like nothing was ever going to be perfect, and so finally I just decided, like, you know what, just go for it. So here we are. This is raw. This is like as real as it gets. Um, I sit down and I just kind of whatever comes on the top of my head. I rant, I talk, I whatever, right? So many days that I didn't want to sit down to record these. Tonight, I fell asleep on the couch just a few minutes ago before I got up to come in here. Um, would much rather just stay asleep and, excuse me, go to bed, right? But it's like, I'm going to push through, man. And 60 more days it's going to be tough. I feel like, hey, it's definitely going to be achievable. Uh, but 60 days, like I haven't even, that's longer than I've been doing this, right? So it's still a long ways to go. I do feel better. I feel more comfortable. Like it's pretty crazy. I don't really think about it too much. I feel like today things are clicking better. Like I'm getting ideas and I'm putting notes into my phone, and I need to get better, like about capturing the notes, so then I can have the things to talk about here. And actually, today I came up with an idea for a video, something that I want to do personally for myself, something that I try to explain to my son who's about to be 12. Like, hey, this is something that you really should focus on as much as you hate it. You don't understand it now, but when you're 18, you're 20, you're 30 years old, you're going to be glad that you did this, right? And it's like, oh man, I started putting together like an outline with my AI chatbot I have. I got a nice little outline. I'm like, okay, I can work with this. Um, I took a thumbnail, like, okay, I'm gonna, but then I'm like, I'm starting to go, and I'm like, well, the AI can't write a script. Like, I need to put more of me into it. I need to put more of my own words into it. And like, okay, like I got to record in a few hours. Like, I know I'm not gonna have it ready in time. I'm pretty happy with the thumbnail. I think it's okay. And so I was gonna drop it today for like the 40th video. Like, how cool would this be? But then I started thinking, like, man, I there's a couple people online that I could use some screen share from, screenshots of, or clips of. Uh, and I'm like, man, this could be a pretty cool video, pretty interesting. And so I'm like, okay, like I'm gonna hold off because like I want it to be really good, and I think I can make it pretty good, really good. Like it's not gonna go viral, I don't think. Um, but I think looking at the body of work I have now here at 40 videos, right? I think my best video has like 12 or 15 views. I really think I could surpass that. And I think it would be valuable. I guess that's what I'm. That's the best way to say it. I want to make it more valuable for you, for the viewer. Um, like I've been getting a few consistent views now, and I know my son usually is my he's my number one viewer. He hasn't. He's like, Dad, I'm so far behind. He's like, I gotta catch up. He's like, I haven't watched like the last handful of videos. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, somebody's watching. Whoever you are, thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Um, so I'm like, okay, man, like, so I'm really fired up about this, like, uh, this idea and this video and putting it all together. Like, it's cool. Like, this is the first time I feel really excited, I think, through this whole process of recording these videos. And I don't think that I would have got to this point right here, like the way I'm feeling, without these 40 videos, or these 39 videos that I recorded the last 39 days, right? Um, so it's like, man, this is pretty cool. And then it's like, wow, like I have 60 more days of this. Like, what's gonna happen in the next 60 days? Like, it's I really, really feel deep down now like the transformation is gonna be so incredible. Um, that I'm gonna be light years ahead of where I was, on day one. Um, so I'm really looking forward to that. But at the same time, it's like it's day by day, right? Like day 100, like is gonna be amazing. I cannot wait. I already have the video planned for 101, which I think is gonna be pretty fun and pretty cool. And I hope that will help a lot of people. That like they will uh, learn from my experience of this process, and that it's okay to just go, you know? Uh, I think that'll be a fun one to create, and I think that would be one that I would enjoy, and I think that there's a lot more people like me out here that could benefit from it. So, um, and I guess I'm getting this sense of direction of where I want to go with this channel. Like, it's like, I think I'm building the channel that I wish I would have had. Uh, and I think there's a lot of people that do pretty well. I mean, they do this, but I guess um, that I watch, but they don't do it, I guess, the way I would want to do it, or share the information the way I would want it to be shared. Uh, so I think that's what's cool too, is like I'm starting to kind of feel like, okay, how I want this channel to play out. And I think it's like I've said this kind of before, but personal development, business, um, like marketing, I don't know, we might throw a little fitness in there, right? It's like this is kind of like my playground, right? And I guess it's documenting me building, trying to build habits and discipline, and uh, I guess documenting me trying to get to my full potential, or, and you know what I mean, like to push further on. Um, I don't know, so super fired up about this. Like it's gonna be fun. I'm excited, and my goal is just to try to help somebody. Right? Is like if one person can get value out of anything I'm doing here, then like to me that's the win. Um, it's not a goal to try to make this channel a business. Eventually, it will have ad revenue, right? And I got an idea, like for like an app, something that I want that I just haven't found on the market, and there might be one out there, but it just don't feel like there's something that does what I want it to do. And like I tried to build one no code, but hey, maybe it's something that I can figure out and have here, right? Just I don't know, so many ideas, but so that's cool, man. 40 days here. Um, Today was my first day back at work at my supplement shop. We had no power for a week with the hurricane. Uh, okay day. I posted on our Facebook, hey, we're open, and I'm boosting it like a 15-mile radius around my shop, just to get more eyeballs and make sure everybody that follows the page will kind of see it. And yeah, I mean, it was a slower day. We did a few supplement sales, which helped, which was like a third of our revenue today, which so that really helped. Um, but I still feel like things are slow. I talked to some people today that still don't have power. So I'm thinking there's still maybe people that are out of town. It's July vacations. The end of this month, right? We're getting back into the swing of school thing. So back to school. So I'm hoping like August we'll see like a little uptrend. Um, and then my wife at her bakery, like she's got some new things she's dropping tomorrow, like some wraps and some like meat boxes, and a lot of cool stuff, which will be interesting. And we've added a drink cooler on her side, so like grab and go, get a drink. So that'll be fun to test out and see how that goes. Um, Other than that, I didn't make as much progress today. Like I get home and I get on the couch and man, I kind of waste the day. I something I did think about today is I thought about just giving myself a little window to like watch one YouTube video, go through there, see what pops up on the home screen and what seems interesting to me. Like, okay, you watch this one YouTube video and it'll be something like about marketing, personal development, something that I feel that I hope to learn something from. But then I'm thinking like, okay, I watch the one video, which usually 10, 20, 30 minutes. I take notes so I can like actually learn it and write it down to help memorize it, and then I can start to apply it, and then do that, and then maybe take a few minutes and just kind of see what's going on in the world, like on the Twitter world. Boy, I stuttered there, didn't I? I give myself like 20, 30 minutes just to kind of check out there, even 10 minutes, just kind of see what's going on. And just kind of limit my screen time, and like just like hey, if you get your work done, you get this done, hey, you get this, like that's my reward, right? Try to build the habit and to minimize that. Like from this past week to the week prior, like my screen time I think went down. My average screen time was like 3.5 hours. So I want to bring that down. That's kind of the goal, is to get that, see how low I can kind of get it. I don't really have a number in mind. I guess a good number is less than 3 hours average, which is still insane, right? I guess a number would be like 1 hour a day screen time. So it's kind of goal there. Um, I'm I don't know if I wouldn't say I'm obsessed with these 100-day challenges, uh, but I like the idea of them doing something for 100 days to build the habit. Um, I got another one I'm working on. It's cold showers. I've been like, I got to like, I don't know, I think I got to 100 and 200 or 200 days of it. And then I fell asleep and I missed it. And then I started over like multiple times. But now I'm on day 41, 42, I think, of it. So it's almost in line with the videos here. But then a couple other ones I've been thinking about is like stretching. I sit a lot, and I got arthritis, and it's like, man, it would just be good. Like, just do some yoga, like to do that. I thought about walking like 10,000 steps, and then trying to monitor like my resting heart rate now and see what it is then. But then I would kind of like to do a little bit more cardio. So I don't know. These are all thoughts I have. Uh, I guess the whole goal is to just make small changes daily that are going to compound, right? Like this is just one video a day, but then it's going to compound to like where I'm putting out only one video a week, but it's like more high quality. Like writing, like I would like to write daily. I did that a while back, man. It's been some time. I would just sit down and just whatever comes into my mind, I'd put it on paper. Like it's just nobody would see it. Like it's just for me to just practice writing, practice getting my thoughts out of my head. And then another one, I picked this up the other day somewhere. I don't remember where it was at. Some podcast. See, that's why I should write this stuff down so I could give them credit. Excuse me. But it was come up with 10 ideas a day. Like write down 10 ideas a day, no matter what. Just write down 10 ideas. And then like at the end of the year, you got like over 3,000 ideas. I'm like, hey, that's pretty interesting. Just kind of write down ideas, like a brain dump of ideas a day, which could be video ideas, content ideas, could be business ideas, could be vacation ideas, could be whatever, right? Like just a good practice of like thinking and come up with ideas. Like you go to the gym because you want bigger muscles, right? You want a six pack or whatever, right? So you go and you work on that muscle, but it's like we have to think about our brain. We have to work that muscle too. And then reading, right? So like I got a million different things I want to get done, and I'm like, I don't have the time. But I have the time. I just got to cut the screen time down from 3.5 hours to 1 hour, and there's 2.5 hours a day. That gets me all this stuff done, right? So that's kind of where my head's at right now. And man, it's already 14 minutes. And looking at the stats, nobody will see this because most people don't watch more than like 10%, 5%, 20% of the video. But I'm going to wrap it. Oh, man, excuse me. I'm going to wrap it here. But, if anybody sees this, thank you so much for spending your 15 minutes with me. I appreciate it. I hope somehow, some way this makes you think or can somehow help you think of something that could help you in some way. I hope you find something valuable here. And I got a lot more things coming. Like, it's going to get better. So I appreciate it. Thanks. I'll see you tomorrow for day 41.